Hello? Hello? Hi. I'm making sure that only one of my eyes is showing in the video because that's what the Illuminati Hollywood people do to let you know they're Illuminati Hollywood. And then they give you the goat's horns or something. Okay, so we're going to go back to Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie-Anne Moss. The Matrix movie, the first one, 22 years ago approximately. Yesterday we talked to Kurt Russell by telepathy, and we showed you how to make a telepathic phone call. And the short answer is you go through your heart chakra. And you say, heart, is Kurt Russell, the actor, willing to take a telepathic call from Bobby Burrows? And the heart comes back and checks and says, no, he don't want to talk to you. And yesterday we talked to him about a movie called Escape the Matrix. He says, you don't have a script. So he's still he's interested in this movie because he did Escape from New York and Escape from LA. And the next one is called Escape from the Matrix. So Kurt, we're just going to let you know it's not a scripted because we don't do scripts in Bobby Burrows Productions. Well, actually we did. And Watering Down the Will, there was a script, yeah. Then technically, it says Watering Down the Well. You can find it probably on YouTube, a short. Burrows Productions, Atka Films, some other ones, Silly Cod. Well, that pretty much had a script to it. But Escape from the Matrix is not going to have a script because, Kurt, the Matrix is, I was going to say alive, a living thing. Well, the Agent Smiths in the Matrix do seem to be sentient, and they can talk to you, Mr. Anderson. Are they alive? Our definitions of life here on planet Earth are very strange because we're in such a low vibe planet that things that are normal in higher worlds are very distorted here. This is a world of distortions from truth. We'll have to wait because there's a bunch of other topics that I've already talked about. And, they're being served up by, the people who torture me because they want to talk about this. I've already talked about these things recently, so I'm not going to talk about the same things that they want me to talk about. And they won't leave me alone. If they let me alone, then I would talk about the things that need to be talked about for people who are watching this video. But you see that there is an active agenda against me educating people by the people who don't want you educated. That is the 1%, the real 1%. Don't want you educated. They want you incredibly dumbed down so you're easy to handle and you're easy to kill off because the dumbing down of the consciousness of the humans on planet Earth is deliberate. They want you dumb so they're not going to be attacked by you, and you're easy to control and, if necessary, kill off. Because in the end, that's what the 1% want. They want a kill switch on every human being. Because if they get annoyed with you, they want to get rid of you at the click of a button. And with remote neural monitoring and 42,000 Elon Musk satellites, don't you think that they set up in the Matrix? It was called SKYNET. I don't know. It's supposed to be an enormous truth bomb or something. I don't know. I don't know. I can't help you out. Anyways, we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and I don't know what else to tell you because if I'm under demonic attack, I really can't stay on topic. Because with remote neural monitoring, you can watch the video. I'll put the video underneath this video and watch that video. And it's just because it bowls you over. It steamrolls you. Remote neural monitoring. And can it kill you? As far as I'm concerned, yes, is the answer. I've had multiple attempts on my life with this thing. Why isn't it? Because someplace, some way, there is something that is still telling the people who want to kill me that they're not going to be allowed to kill me. But they seem to be allowed to torture me, and there are certain circumstances where they're, when they really wish to torture me, they can't. The example is when I go to Safeway and, I'm walking down the aisle and, Brent Beeson, the devil, says, I'm going to kill you and give you a heart attack inside of Safeways and make you do the herky-jerky funky chicken. And then I go in there and I'm walking down the aisle and I'm saying, Brent, I'm walking down the aisle and he's still hurting me. They still do horrible things to me, but I'm not dying and doing the herky-jerky. So, the intent of Brent Beeson all the time is, let's see, muscle testing. Brent Beeson, the terrorist, has one intent, and that is to kill me, to control me. He has other intentions, to control me. And killing me is a form of control. Ergo, when Brent Beeson wants to kill me every day. I don't know, the first muscle test was kind of strange, but, generally speaking, I do get hijacked on muscle tests, because this is really going to fix right here. So, I don't know, whatever I can't give you muscle testing, but I'm showing you that if you're not under attack, that you should be able to get good information to answer your questions using muscle testing yourself. You've got to be higher on the scale of human consciousness. David R. Hawkins said, people who are under 200 in the scale of human consciousness, well, if you try to use muscle testing and you're under 200, you're inverted. Under 200 is pure negativity. The pride of Lucifer at 190. The murderous viciousness of Satan at 150. Apathy at about, I don't know, what is it? It's very low. Apathy is like, 10 or 20. And the spiral brings you down. At the bottom of the scale, it brings you to 0. And that's what we call dead. But I am the life. I am in the resurrection and the life. Who says that? Jesus of Nazareth. What does he calibrate at? Not 0. He's at 1,000. Which implies that if you get to 1,000, that, you've conquered death. What? You never told me that, Bob. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that? I didn't. I'm sorry. I don't know. It never came up before. I don't know. I told you a million times. Jesus Christ calibrated at 1,000 when he was here on the planet. And Jesus lives. Read the book of Luke in the Bible. Have you never read the book of Luke in the Bible? I don't know. The book of Luke. I don't know, immediately think of a French loup is like a wolf. The book of wolves. I'm sure women who run with the wolves or something. Women who run with the men who are wolves. There's a book. If you won't read the book of Luke in the Bible, then go fuck yourself, devil. I'm not going to help you out. Because that's the whole thing. If you won't read and educate yourself and, then start asking questions of advanced spiritual students like me about, I don't understand this part, Bob. Can you help me out with this part of the Bible? Because, this particular passage, I don't understand this at all. Can you help me out, Bob? And the answer is Bob cannot help you. However, God can. And Bob is technically, when he's not too demonically attacked, I hate to use the word because it's an old word and it's very religious. I might get me pilloried and sent back to the psych ward. But a person who talks for God is a prophet. Prophet. One who God uses to speak to people. And it's just that if you have questions about the Bible or any spiritual question, God has an answer. There's a spiritual question and there's a spiritual answer. And every question is spiritual and every answer is spiritual. Where are my glasses? I can't find my glasses. Well, take a minute What you have to do is calm your body down, because quite often, when you're like, I can't find my glasses, I can't find my glasses. I cannot find my glasses. Do you know that one? Where you wander around all over the room, and in the end, your glasses were up on your head. Anyways, if you're, very frustrated and, you got a lot of emotions about, I need my glasses, and it's just look at that shit, that is, you got to calm that down. How do you calm that down? Well, everybody knows you just got to sit still. You got to sit still and breathe and wait for all of that emotional garbages to dissipate. It might take you a long time, because a lot of people have got unbelievable monkey minds that are spinning around at the speed of light. Just garbage, 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 garbage. Someone says that they're getting pissy because they're not getting the answer. What was the answer to the question? The answer to the question is, if you want to talk to God, put your hand on your heart and say, heart, will you connect me up with God, please? God will always take your call. What do you want to tell God? I just want to tell God, I smell piss right now. And it's coming from, remote neural monitoring, because that's what they can do with that's what they can do with the technology. They can make you smell things that aren't there. They can force you to close your eyes against your will. They can herky-jerky your body. They can give you a heart attack. They can make you shit your pants. Seriously, never ever go out to the grocery store if you think maybe in half an hour I'm going to take a poop. Don't. Because everybody's on this system. You just don't know, because they haven't, let you know that you're on this system. But if you've had an earbug, the radio song playing in your head, or an itchy nose, that is a sign that you are signed up. You didn't sign up. They signed you up to be remote neural monitored, every human on the planet. And, 3 days of darkness, when they start talking to you using remote neural monitoring, and they pickle your body, they cripple you. And the 3 days of darkness is for 3 days, nobody on the planet moves out of bed. And then, the remote neural monitoring technology will beam it into your head, just like an earbug. Klaus Schwab has now been declared Emperor of planet Earth, and now you are subject to the evil Emperor Klaus. That is in store very soon. That is the negative polarity baring its teeth at you. That is the wolf. So you can't stay put, because that is going to happen, and it's going to go and change everything in your life forever. So you can get ahead of the curve, and you can start raising your consciousness today. Stop eating meat. Number one. Number one issue. You need to, you figure it out. If you're eating meat, you're going to be subject to remote neural monitoring and tortured until you are dead. And if that is 25 years or 50 years or 75 years, you will be tortured for every one of those years, and you will not have a single moment of grace. Well, you do. I do actually have moments of grace. I do. Even though they don't turn this off, there's times when, it's on all the time, because I got fibromyalgia all the time. And fibromyalgia is caused by electronic neural monitoring. So if you know anybody who's got any disease whatsoever, I told, my sister, Kathy, to tell her friend Tanja Hill Delpino, who's had Tourette's syndrome her whole life, that is some evil fucking shit demon who has got remote neural monitoring turned to Tanja Hill and set to a setting called Give Her Tourette's Syndrome. And quite often, when I'm talking, I say the wrong word or something that blurts out, because that's the way it works. They have more control over your body than you do. That sounds like bullshit to me. I won't tell you. Well, look at me. Look back. Look back a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Look back 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Look back a year. On Jesus Burrows, my YouTube channel. And you'll see every day I'm under attack. I don't have a day off. Neither will you. So this is definitely the future for everybody on planet Earth, being attacked by this fucking horror. The only escape for the Matrix is to raise your consciousness. And you're going to say, well, Bob, you raise your consciousness and you're the one attacked. Why doesn't it go away? The answer is God is using me as a canary in the coal mine to tell you that this is what is planned by the 1% to happen to you. Irregardless, this is going to happen to you because they are going to show you a show of force. And they're going to go and scare you so that you will again and again submit to their authority, as if they are gods, but they are not gods. But using electronics, they can, abuse you into calling them Lord. If you raise your consciousness, will you be protected? No, you will not be protected, because I've raised my consciousness and I'm not protected. So you're going to say, well, what's the point of doing this? It's the only escape. Because when you raise your consciousness, then you qualify for fifth dimensional Earth. It's like that TV show Sliders or Quantum Leap. That's what we're about to do, those of us who qualify at 540 on the scale of human consciousness. That's what you got to make, that or higher. Dr. Hawkins of Consciousness Research told us everybody on planet Earth can do 540. So do it right now. If you don't know, then you need to get the book Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David R. Hawkins, and you can go to Amazon right now and go to Kindle version of that book, Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David R. Hawkins, and go to Kindle and then select free sample, and you can have it instantaneously, and you can start reading it now, and there's no excuse. And if you don't do it, God is watching you. And when you're crying and saying that I've been under remote neural monitoring torture for however many years it is, God is going to say, Bobby Burrows told you what to do in those days, and you stupid fucking donkey didn't do it. What is a donkey? A donkey is somebody who does carrot and the stick. You all know donkey, and you all know carrot and the stick. So if you want to be a donkey, then don't listen to me. And I'm going to give you a royal fuck off for wasting my time too.